Hey everyone, welcome to another typology interview. We have Jordan. How's it going, man?
Wonderful.
Good. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a different interview because you weren't typed by OP.
Yes.
You sort of figured out your type on your own through some people in the community that sort of typed you. I took a look at it too, and so I think you might have come to the same type. So we'll just analyze it here, but like the right type, so we can analyze it here and talk about it.
Yes.
And the reason why I think it's important this kind of interview is because not everyone goes through the OP system to get like people can just triangulate to figure out their type.
Knowledge is free. It's free. It's
Free to
free.
knowledge. Yeah. I mean, like people that want to get typed, do you have? Well, we'll get that, but maybe you have recommendations on how to do it as well.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah. Maybe we start there, and then we'll talk about your history.
Don't be too cocky at first. Like with your first type you think you are. Like take the first result. Like if you go through like a public stream, so like 16 personality or like any test, don't be too cocky at the first one. And then literally just find other people and then talk to like the people who know you best, so like your family and friends, and really try to like listen to what they're saying and not like try to interpret it, stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
literally.
decent advice. Okay, so tell us about your history. So you thought you were a different type at first when I first met you too. It's embarrassing to be wrong, I guess. You weren't wrong. You just weren't right yet.
Yeah, let's word it like that.
Yeah.
So I thought oh my god. I thought I was an ENTJ, and I literally was being so complicated with it. So I was like, I'm an ENTJ, but I feel for others. I just build my FI early on with my parents. So I was like literally trying to like jump through hoops to explain it. So that was fun. Yeah, so I thought it was an ENTJ. Um, and I have consume play energy in my thing. So I was like, I'm extroverted. Like I'm literally sharing, I'm bouncing my thoughts. I'm literally speaking out loud. And it's literally, I'm sharing my conclusions, my thoughts to other people. So I'm playing, and I'm abusing the tribe, basically, like they say. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, okay, so when you came through the typing group, I guess we gave you ISFP, I guess.
No, you guys were like all over the place too. It was like,
Were we?
you guys thought it was SE dominant. And I was like, I'm not freaking
Well,
out.
we had two options. We had like FISE or SEFE.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, it was something like that. And
right.
I was like, no.
So why don't we talk a little bit about your observer decider axis? How do you see yourself there?
Um, I see like observers freak out. And like once I learned what an observer freak out was, I was able to identify it in other people. I was like, oh, like that's what they're doing. Because in my head, I would be like, what are you talking about? Like it would like seem irrational to me. And it would be too focused.
That's a perfect word. That's exactly the word that
Yeah.
Jung used. He called them irrational functions because they're irrational.
Yeah. And the deciding thing, it's like I didn't see it within myself at first, but then a perfect example is like one thing would go wrong with someone and then I would demonize the hell out of them, like just unnecessary, just like, oh, they did this, so it's like there is this forever. Like just I would be so, I would see the spectrum of the person like normally, like I'd be able to explain who they are, like, oh, they're this, but then they do this. But then as soon as it affected me, it turned into just a narrow minded, they're this way. And it's like, it's just funny to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's really good. So then you are a decider. So then why would you be IP and not EJ, I guess?
I'm selfish as hell. Like,
Yeah.
I literally like anything for me. Like, yeah. And I'm not ashamed of it either. So, yeah. And there's no insecurity. Like, I'll take it all. And
I mean, that says observer to me, right? The fact that you're selfish and it doesn't bother you.
Mhm.
because I personally would be afraid of like a tribe tidal wave or like tribe hate
wow.
or things like that. Yeah.
No, because then I took the point of view to back my side up. It's like I'm like everyone wants to secretly selfish, so it's like I'm just living it out, kind of. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
that's how I back it up. I'm like, you would all want to take it. You're just being scared, or you think they're gonna think this. But I'm like, in the end of the day, they're all gonna forget, and you'll have it, and they won't. So it's like,
Yeah.
I win.
So that's just double deciding to me right there. It does. Yeah. Because I don't know, for IPs the fear of tribe is real. Like, I don't know if you've ever felt it.
Oh yeah, it's real, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm smarter than them, so it's like I'll just overpower it. Not everyone's smart in their own ways. That's what I mean. But like in my cocky head, it'll be like I'm smarter than them, so it's like my reasons overpower all of that, and it's like then I'll be like their feelings are movable anyways, and then it's like one way I'll use FE like they can feel this way, I can feel that way, and someone else feels this, so it's like we're all wrong in the end. So it's like really doesn't kind of like the annihilation theory, like it doesn't matter. So it's like I'll just take it. That's how I back everything up that I do.
Yeah. So based on that answer, I would still keep the observer, the SETI on the table, double feminine.
Okay.
You know, it's up to you what your type is, but I would keep it on the table and look into it, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm saying it cocky, but
Yeah.
when I'm taking it, my stomach it's messed up. Like I do freak out, but I don't show it. So it's like right now I'm saying it like, oh yeah, I just do this. But it is coming at a cost at me. I'm not just like, oh yeah, I'm taking it. It's like, oh, I feel terrible, but it's like I just invalidate the feelings that I feel. So I'll just be like, oh well.
I mean, like, okay, so even the way you said, like, I feel terrible about it in the moment and stuff like that, it was not in like a demon state. Is just what I'm saying. Like for me, if I were to say exactly your words, I would say, yeah, I feel terrible in the moment, and like, you know, and for I don't know, just keep it on the table, I would say, for yourself.
Why not?
Yeah. The other thing is and then the other thing is TI versus FI. So how did you come to the conclusion that you were more TI and not FI?
So when I thought I was ENTJ, I was looking for my FI identity, and I was like, I couldn't find it. I was like searching. I was like, what do I just like that I just like to do?
Right.
Couldn't find it. There's nothing I just ever like to do, or if I didn't like it, I didn't just say like, oh yeah, it always had a reason. So it's like, but communicating with others, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I like this phone because of this. I'll just be like, I like it because like that's just quicker to communicate. If you just say you like something or you dislike something.
All right. So just to clarify here, when you say you like it, it's not because you actually do like it. It's not because you have FI.
It's like the equation. It will be like all these reasons equal good, equal bad. Right. Yeah. So that's how I do it.
It's right. And so when you say that you like something, it's not because you actually do like it. It's just because you've got a lot of reasons to back it up.
Yeah. And it's just easier to say you like something.
That's right.
Because I notice people don't care about my reasons how I do. Like I'll be sitting there explaining them and they are moved on. And I'll be like, it's so important. Like, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like it literally happened yesterday. Like I was explaining type about a movie with my boyfriend, and he just like dismissed it. In my head, I was like, he doesn't care. Like he really doesn't give a fuck.
That's really good, actually. How you're saying that TI cares about that other people care about the reasons. Like you want people to care about your reasons, and you want
Oh my god, so bad. Like you're like, oh, literally, it's like killing me. Like, and they don't. They just they don't care. Yeah.
I mean, for me today, it's obvious that they don't care. It's like, yeah, nobody cares about the reasons. Of course not. No one cares about my reasons. Yeah. It makes perfect sense to me. Yeah.
Why? Like I work so hard. Like...
Yeah. So yeah, because it's also really frustrating. I get it, because it's like when someone else disagrees with you about liking something or about something, it's like,
you want to hear my reasons?
Yeah, they're like, no, like, I like it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
great.
So what was funny is you were telling me, I didn't actually remember this, but you were telling me that I thought you were ISTP at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took that to a lot of value because I was like, that's kind of like your first thought, and then people always second guess yourself. But then when you said that, something like, looking back at the interview, I can't rewatch it. I hate watching things back in the past, but remembering it, we were all good. The conversation was going. And then you were like, I think ISTP. And then I was like playing around in the interview. I remember I was like, and then you said that, and like everything just like shattered. Like,
right. Yeah. Okay. So just to put this in a little bit more clear for people, you had some kind of ENTJ facade sort of thing that you were trying to put on.
Not even.
And then when I called you out on it, you were just like, damn it, he sees me.
Kind of, I would say it was more like I'm processing it now. Like you said it, and I was like, ugh, like you just gave a valid reason. Like, really, dude? Like now I have to go back and like, and I was like, yeah, it's like I can't deny that you said that. Like,
right.
It was like, it held truth. And inside of me, it knew it held truth. Yeah.
Right. So why do you think then after I said that, I went back and I saw you as ISFP or whatever, like as a group, we decided ISFP?
I don't know. I think you just got like, I feel like we all do that. It's like just second guessing ourselves. It's like sometimes that first thought, like that intuition, that first, like what you think is the truth. But it's like,
but I mean, I wouldn't have done that if I didn't see reasons, right?
Yeah.
I pointed, even in what I gave you back, I gave you reasons, right? So why are those reasons not valid?
What do you mean?
Like, so you said that you went back and you looked at what I was pointing at FI, and you said, okay, I see how we saw this. I see how we saw this. Like you invalidated the reasons I had.
Yeah.
Because
I invalidated some, took some. Yeah. I kind of skimmed through what was right and what was wrong. And then, and then I like checked the facade because it was like, I checked myself then. So I basically took it all in, and then I was like, oh, were you really being truthful about that, Jordan? Like, really? Like, no. So it's like cross-checking everything. And then I watched one ISTP video right after it. I was like, oh. And just like, I only consumed the information I wanted to. So when I thought I was an ENTJ, what did I do? Watch all the ENTJ videos you could watch. And then it sounded like me. So I was like, it's me.
Yeah. What about your priorities and stuff in life? Like, what are the most important things to you?
I'm like jacked up right now. Like in my head, it would be like money, but then people are always like, no, money, you shouldn't value that. And so it's like.
So it's the value then? Money is a value?
Yeah, just like making money so I can do things and then be free from like working in the system of making money. Like make all the money so it's like you can be free from that system. Like just I see people get trapped in it all the time. And then I saw everyone around me complain about money. So it's like, I don't want to do that. Like that doesn't seem fun. Yeah.
So even just there where you said like, I don't want to do that sort of thing. What is that? That's because that seems like FI to me.
Yeah, but it's the equation, the reasons. I have all these reasons because I see people do it. So it's like, I'll just simply say, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
Right.
That's literally how I do it every time.
Like your language is betraying what's going on cognitively?
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not going to sit there and go back. And then I can't remember all the reasons. Like I just go with what I saw, like that I hold and I know, and just say like, oh, don't do that. That's bad. Like stray away or go. Like go on the path or don't go on the path and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like synthesizes it, so it's not like.
Yeah. So what gives value to money then? Where is the value coming from?
The freedom of it. Yeah. and the things you can do with people for it. Like, yeah, it's like a universal thing. Like, it has so much reasons, values you can do with it. Like, it's universal, and then it's like it becomes what the beholder wants to do with it. So that's why it's so great, because it's like I can give $100 to you when it means something, but if I give $100 to a homeless person, it means something else. So it's like I like how it's fluid. It can be make dreams, make anything, or destroy things, because it works both ways. Yeah. So money, yeah, it's universal. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still having a hard time not seeing how it's what you're talking about values here, right? I'm wondering about like big decisions in your life. Is there a big decision? I guess you were telling me you're moving to New York now. Do you have reasons for that?
Yeah, you can make more money there. They have a higher like minimum wage, so it's like higher minimum wage, more like that. Then the chaos thing, like I like the chaos of that, and it will keep me moving. And then I feel like my life is melancholy, and then I feel like I can consume more. So it's like that's why I don't like sharing the reasons, because it's like they can go on for days.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I'm still having a hard time because like a lot of those reasons do sound like values. So how, like, okay, all right, we'll just keep it there for now. What about FE? Do you see that in your life at all?
Yeah. Like someone will cry, and then it's like I'll be like, it's an instant. Like I remember in school, someone cried, and it was just an instant. Like it's just like my brain just, and it was like, "Are you okay?" Like yeah. But if I thought about it, it's like I didn't know her. Like I don't care. Like who is she? Yeah. Yeah. Like I would hit her with the bus, not think of anything. But she was crying, so now I care. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So like if someone's sharing emotions, then you care about them, sort of thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like if no emotions are being shared, I can be heartless and just be like, I kill them, hurt them, like do whatever I want to progress if I want to do that. I don't do that because it's a little sick. But if they cry, it's like it's something in my brain just like now it's like I have to take care of it. Like, yeah, it's annoying. And like then people cry too much, and then it's like then you have to sift through that.
Why do you think that is?
What?
That you have to take care of it once they start crying? Like what's going on there?
Because then you're like disturbing everyone's peace, basically. Or maybe you're just disturbing my peace, and then I'll be like, it's everyone's peace. And then it's like, yeah. Yeah. And then it's like you can't think clearly with emotions. And then it's like you are kind of thinking clearly, because if they use emotions, then they are thinking clearly with them. But then it's like, are they truly? Because there are reasons back. It's like a back and forth in my head. So it's like, yeah.
I mean, I would just okay. So from here, basically, if you want to find your type, like be a bit more sure about it, because I'm still not 100% sure about it. So I would try the triangulation a little bit. Try to triangulate off of maybe SEFI, SETI, or TISE, TI, or FISE sort of thing. I think those 4 types, like double feminine. I'm not sure about double feminine. Kind of makes sense. Feminine sensory definitely makes sense because I caught you with the sticky notes and stuff like that. That's yeah. You're not remembering much.
Thanks. I know.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like I was telling you just before too, that it's like there's a trade-off, right? Because I come to a conclusion, I figure something out, and then I forget it the next day. Yeah. So I mean, if I don't talk about it right away, I'll forget what I figured out. And it's just lost to the ether. I don't know if I'll ever figure it out again, sort of thing. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Like my head's like, you can't build on nothing. So it's like
that's right. You can't build anything.
Yeah.
Off of it. Yeah. Yeah. Cool, man. What about your animal stack? Is sleep last something that makes sense to you even?
yeah, like and I use it like I say with like play, like I'll finally like pull myself out of it. I'll catch myself, like I'll abuse people just so I can process my life. Yeah. So that's fun. Yeah. Like to process my feelings, I'll abuse people.
Yeah.
And then in the moment I'll be like, oh, like that was bad, like that was good. Or like Jordan, like, like you did that. Like they took it that way. They took like, yeah. And I'll only catch it. Like I don't, yeah, processing, it's like I am kind of processing things, but it's like it's at speed and then it's like on to the next, on to the next. And then consume play. I know
Sorry.
this sweatshirt is great. I know, look at the little duck. Forever 21, like little animal. It's so it's just amazing.
That looks like feminine FI to me. All right.
No. But,
Yeah.
It's funny. This is a great sweatshirt. Thank you.
Sorry.
And it was only $20. That's why I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good day. See, I'm doing it now. Like you just took me back to that day. And then my then okay, see, now that day was bad too. So it's like because my boyfriend was like mad at me, and then it was like, and then I was learning how to like not be slumped down with his emotions, and I was trying to process it. Yeah, okay, sorry. See, I'm doing it right now. It's like, okay.
Yeah. No, it's good. No, like this is the purpose of the interview, right? It's to see how your cognition works. So definitely don't apologize for that. Like this is what we're here to see. Yeah. So keep going. So what was going on? Yeah.
No,
What were you processing? Yeah, I know it's personal, but like, what were you processing?
Just like that day now, like I got teleported back to that day. I could smell the mall air and fashion show, like, and I just like, I was so annoyed. And I was just remembering like I'm feeling this way, and the only way like to be set free, like I don't know it in the moment, but it's always just like give me a damn hug, and then all the emotions can just like get off of me. Like it's like, why do I need to use people to be let free from my emotion? Like, and it reminds me of the time when I felt so excited about moving to New York. Finally, I felt excited, and then it was like feeling that like excitement is just like it felt negative, and then it was mixed with like future thinking. So it was like my stomach was hurting, but then I was excited. It just like it's too much, and so I had to call someone right away, just like because I know talk it out, because I can't. It will like it's too much like that.
So what do you talk out? What are you talking about talking out there?
The feelings, like I don't know how to process that shit. Like I don't know, like it amazes me. Like I talked to my friend Bo, like, and she was like, yeah, that's why people do drugs, because feelings are so like, ew. That's too much.
Right. Do you remember what you actually spoke about? Like,
oh yeah, I just had to speak about going to New York. And I was like, I'm going to New York. Like I feel something towards it. Like, oh my God, I'm finally feeling something towards it. Like that's crazy. Like, oh my God, I'm going. And then it's gone. That feeling of just like, like it's a body feeling. Like it's everywhere. Just like, that shit's stressful. Yeah. Even though it was excitement, like that's annoying, but that's why I use others. You just talk it out, and it's like getting a weight lifted off your shoulder. So it's like that's cool.
Yeah. So chat's lighting up a little bit. They're saying that the conversation we're having isn't really an ST conversation. Just so you're aware. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means probably not ISTP.
Great. Here we go again.
Sorry, buddy.
I just give up. I'm not even researching anything anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, like none of us know anything, right? It's in the end, it's you that's going to come up with your type. It's you that's going to feel comfortable with.
That's what I'm thinking in my head, because I'm like, you made me go on the rabbit hole of ICP, and it's like I'm not doing that again because it blew my head off my head, and I'm not. Yeah. So think whatever you guys want to think. Cheers. Good for you.
Okay, that's a bit of masculine identity there. Then, yeah, that's interesting.
because it was annoying. Like you literally tipped over all my blocks, and I'm not doing that again. Like it's
Right.
no. And then I remember from the Shannon video, they were talking about like logic versus values, and it's like, is it really worth it to figure out in the end? And it's like, I asked myself that question. I'm like, no, like who? I don't even care. Like to go through that, like, no, I'm not. Like
So
I'll go think about something else.
What do you care about then?
My mom.
Yeah. So why are you moving to New York if you care about your mom so much? Sorry.
Because it's about me. It's not about her. She lived her life. It's about me.
Right.
Like no.
Cool,
like,
man.
Why would it be tethered down from other people?
Okay, so we have your Instagram name here, I guess. Yeah. That's what's going on in your name?
Yeah, I was reading something. Wait, what did you say? Yeah, my Instagram right there.
Okay. And is there anything maybe any message you want to leave behind before we sign off?
Wait, I'm just finally reading the comments.
They love you. Don't worry. It's all good.
Yeah, I totally say I love you. Like you said, T.I. would want to know reasons for why we said not ST.
Yeah, there's context to it, I guess. We've got to watch it back and see when the comment popped up.
Yeah.
They're talking about something specific, yeah.
Well, he has fucking hair growing out of his wall. What? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, he's talking about the tree that you hate.
Oh, okay. And I fucking knew like that was gonna happen because I remember back in photography, they're like, don't distort the image because like don't have background stuff. So it's funny that you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
cool. Why don't you leave us with some kind of message or something that you have for? Yeah.
Not the stupid SI message. Like, it happened before, so it's like, doesn't really matter. That's what I think about. But there's so many messages. Live your best life. Do what you want to do. But listen to others. Like, always have a healthy balance with everything. But then you don't have to have a healthy balance because it really doesn't matter in the end. If you're an observer, like when you talk to a decider, like really talk about your identity and stop talking about all the bullshit. Like, oh, what happened today? Or because like I feel like the decider can work with it better. That's what I'm seeing with myself. Yeah, literally observers. That's annoying. Like, just talk about what you think or how you feel, because like then you can finally work it out. Like, it's literally like you're masking everything, and it's like
it would be really fun if you turned out to be an observer, man.
Yeah, that's how it'd be though. Like, literally, like that's that irony of life. Like,
cool. Well, yeah. Thanks for reaching out and volunteering to put yourself out there like that. It's not easy.
It's done. We're done with this 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
so quick. Oh my god, where did that go?
Yeah.
Give me 2 more minutes.
All right. Another question then.
No, ask these questions. Come on, ask these questions.
Okay. Why would you think you're more SE over SI then? Why would you think that's your axis? Like, I get the freedom thing, right? That makes sense.
Yeah. And like, I don't remember. Like, yeah, I literally don't remember. Yeah. Like, I've seen SI users and they be remembering, and I'm like, how you be remembering? Like, move on.
No. Okay. Yeah. So feminine SI is the same as feminine SE in the memory department, I think. Yeah.
Good. Suffer like I do. Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I don't know if there's anything else you want to say, but I think we're good. I really appreciate you coming out, being honest, sharing.
I'm so pissed off. See, like this comment, he is FI over TI. And then it's like all you guys' point of views. It's like, I'm not going on that rabbit hole again. Like, I'm not. Like,
but I mean, like, just there where you're like, I'm so pissed off. It's like so certain about your emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw it in the past. Like, that was annoying, like, going through all that. So, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.